Healthmaxxing is the new self-improvement, and I really mean it. Healthmaxxing is self-improvement, and pretty much everything self-improvement involves is actually for better health, mentally, spiritually or physically. And after the latest events that kind of ended this current self-improvement era with guys like Hamza, Tate or First Man, it might be time for something new, a fresh approach to self-improvement. And after being on self-improvement for multiple years by now, and also creating self-improvement content since 2022, I believe Healthmaxxing will play a huge role in that. And this shift to Healthmaxxing is already taking place. Now, what Healthmaxxing really is, why it's getting more and more important nowadays, and how it might replace self-improvement in the next couple months is going to be topic of this video. Oh, and at the end I will also give you a little bit advice on how to do Healthmaxxing in your own life. So are you ready to find out how prioritizing your health will 10x your self-improvement progress and make you happier, more fulfilled and even richer and more successful with women? Then let's start at looking what Healthmaxxing really is and why it's so important, especially in today's age. Now, I personally got into touch with Healthmaxxing before I even got onto self-improvement. Of course, it wasn't called Healthmaxxing, but one of my first self-improvement acts was actually about improving my health and quality of life. Passively also my testosterone, by the way, but I didn't even know at that time. When I was around 14 years old, I bought my first supplement ever. I already made 2 videos about it, but if you didn't see them, it was vitamin D. I just randomly stumbled over this back then, and honestly I probably didn't think too much about it, but just went ahead and bought some for myself. And I said in these 2 videos before, it was extremely worth it. I'd even say it was life-changing, and I'm not over-exaggerating. Because since taking vitamin D myself, I never was really sick when I actively took it. I only got sick or ill when I stopped supplementing with it, or I only got sick for like a day, maybe 2, but then also not even that much. And of course, that is extremely nice to have. I'm extremely grateful for that, but it also made me realize how awesome biohacking, proper nutrition, the right lifestyle, or in general, Healthmaxxing can be. Like, just imagine never being really sick for years. Now, I won't say that's just because of vitamin D, and I probably do have quite a good immune system, and of course I did other habits too to improve my health, but again, that would be part of Healthmaxxing, and it's so crazy to just experience that. It's great. And of course, this improved my life tremendously. And yes, I also consider this part of self-improvement, but I'll get back to that later. So for me, to get back to defining what Healthmaxxing really is, it's all about, of course, improving your health. And not getting sick or ill is just one part of that. There is physical health, which would probably include not getting ill, but also, of course, increasing stamina from running, increasing strength through the gym, or just increasing your flexibility and a lot more. That's one part. Then there is mental health, extremely important too. If your mental health sucks, you can be in the greatest shape, but it still won't matter. And I've had quite bad mental health before too. Not true clinical depression, but of course I too had times when I was depressed, sad, tired, unfulfilled, unmotivated, or whatever. And Healthmaxxing prioritizes this as well. So you got physical health, mental health, which would be prioritized through stuff like meditation, journaling, socializing, going outside, actually getting into nature, fulfilling your goals, quitting social media, things like that. Stuff that leads to you improving your mental health. And these two, physical and mental health, are of course extremely important and probably the biggest aspects of Healthmaxxing, but also self-improvement too. But I would even say there is a third part as well. The Holy Trinity, if you will. And this third part is actually something that's way too often neglected, or maybe, yes, to some extent, part of mental health too, but I still want to talk about it because I know how impactful it can be. Now, improving your spiritual health is also something very important. It's about nurturing your inner life, your connection with yourself, with others, and for some maybe a higher power like a god or the universe or whatever too. And I don't want to go too deep here, but this spiritual healthmaxxing is a lot about the following things: socializing, having a sense of purpose or meaning, which is huge by the way, but also of course extremely big, inner peace and harmony, no overthinking, mental clarity, peace of mind, contentedness, fulfillment, and those kind of things. This stuff matters too. And if you don't focus on this at all, it might be why you don't feel fully fulfilled yet. You should, or probably have, to focus on these things too if you want to live a truly fulfilled life. And all those things I just talked about are probably not super new for you. And that's intended, because this all is part of self-improvement. In the end, self-improvement is mainly about healthmaxxing. Because, for example, living a happier and more fulfilled life, which is probably the end goal of self-improvement, is just about improving your mental and spiritual health, aka healthmaxxing. But of course, there is still a difference between healthmaxxing and self-improvement. And the focus definitely is not exactly the same. And I'll address that in this video too. But it's really important that you understand that healthmaxxing is self-improvement. If you want an awesome life, healthmaxxing is essential. And in general, today, it's only becoming more and more important. But let me explain. For example, obesity rates are growing year after year. I think in the US by now more than 50% are actually overweight. More than 50%! That's crazy. And that's just one small part of the equation. So for example, rates for depression, numbers for bad mental health, isolation, suicide, sexless men, and probably so many more things are also growing year after year. All the while, testosterone levels are dropping year after year, and so are probably the numbers of truly healthy individuals, the numbers of spiritually connected people, mindful and focused people, and again, so much more. I might make a video about this, but our modern day environment is ruining our mental, physical and spiritual health. It's harder and harder to have healthy testosterone levels as a man. With all the plastics, BPAs, the tap water, ultra-processed foods, overdoses of sugar everywhere, social programming, isolation, drugs, etc, etc. And that's exactly why testosterone levels have been dropping year after year. I just talked about this in my latest video. But yet, this is just essential for good, proper health. And even for women, by the way. But I think, especially as a man, you almost can't ignore maximizing your testosterone in this day and age. Like healthmaxxing, or if you will, testosterone maxing, are now a must-have. Like it's now essential if you don't want to get crushed by your competition. If you mindlessly just live life today and you just do what's easiest or just seems normal, you will probably f up your testosterone levels in a very short time. And guys, it's not just about testosterone. Again, look at how many people are obese. Look how many can't maintain eye contact. How many can't give you a firm handshake. Or how many just can't even focus for a couple minutes without getting distracted by their phone or a random thought of TikTok or video games. Simple things normally. Or even when we can get older nowadays. Are we really healthier? Like the health and the vitality of these older people probably just sucks. Honestly, so many people nowadays are tired, have too many blood sugar spikes, can't think straight, get distracted all the time, or even stuff like diabetes, heart attacks, etc. is still pretty relevant. I haven't looked at the data, but it's probably only becoming more and more relevant. Yeah, I just checked, it is.
Oh shit.
So yes, healthmaxxing is only becoming more and more important. And fortunately, more and more people are realizing this. They are waking up to the importance of health maxing. As a guy who watches a lot of self-improvement and who makes content about it, especially about having more energy as a man, I realized this health maxing trend is slowly gaining the attention that it deserves. I just told you how important health maxing is, especially in today's age. And I see this. More and more people want to learn about testosterone. They want to learn about actual healthy diets. They want to cut BPAs, Red 40 and other shit out of their life. Or they just want to eat more superfoods, learn about the newest biohacking secrets, or learn how to manage their dopamine. Guys like Andrew Huberman and Brian Johnson are perfect examples for this. They deliver insane value in their content, but they also grew so quickly and by now made millions of views because people are interested. People want to learn about improving their health. And I want to do the same thing. In the end, health maxing is self-improvement. And self-improvement pretty much is health maxing. The ultimate goal normally is health. Even when that's just mental health, which includes a fulfilling life, happiness, or just contentedness. But I hope, and I think it's realistic, that this focus on health, on proper health and fulfillment, might replace the very common theme of just money, girls, and power. We've seen this for a long time, and maybe biohacking, becoming more energetic, becoming more motivated, and things like that will be the main focus of self-improvement for the next couple of years. I mean, we can still make money, get women, and increase power. But I think focusing on health just feels like the next step. And hopefully also with socializing, because this is a huge problem for society right now. But again, this could be considered health maxing too, right? Either way, we can just wait and see what happens. But I hope you now understand the value and importance of prioritizing and maximizing your health. It's so important and extremely beneficial for you too. I've been through this journey myself and I know health maxing will for a fact lead to a better life. And yes, you will even get more girls with it, because I mean, good health, like physical health, mental health and spiritual health, of course will help you there, don't you think? But maybe you're now asking, how can you even do health maxing? And also, what can you do if your day is already pretty packed? Because I've been there too. And now I quickly want to give you 3 habits that had a huge impact on my life and that I only recommend others do too. They are probably not the most unique or secret thing, but I think them actually helping is probably more important than them being secret, right? So 1, definitely go and work out. You need physical exercise and it's not a choice. Countless studies have shown this before. Physical exercise leads to a much better life in terms of health, energy, and even just pure happiness. 2nd, put your phone away. Honestly, it's so important. I struggled with this quite a lot too, but by now I get better and better at it. And even though I really struggled to do this, I realized how beneficial it is. Get it out of your sight, stop checking it all the time. You can reply in a couple of hours, it doesn't matter. And instead, you can just improve your mental health, improve your focus, and get actual work done in the meantime. And 3rd, leave your room, please. This too is another thing I struggled with. Sometimes I just had no reason to go outside. I had everything I needed at home, I worked from home, uni from home, my side hustles and hobbies I could do from home. But just getting outside every day, getting into nature, getting some sunlight is so important. Your body yearns for it, so please just leave your room, leave your house every single day.
No, I don't think I will.
Now, 2 of these habits were actually about the 7 pillars of high energy, a concept I came up with myself based on research on vitality with books, studies, and a lot of my own experience as well. And this whole concept makes sure you actually become energetic as Just focus on these 7 pillars of high energy and score like a 6 or 7 out of 10 on each of those, and you will have a lot of energy and good health. But if you want to learn more about those 7 pillars, I just made a video about it a couple days ago, so instead of repeating it here, just watch this video. Or if you just want a list of quick, simple things to do or not to do, watch this one. But for now, I hope this was valuable. I would really appreciate a like if it was, but of course, all that is up to you. And then have a great day, stay excellent, and bye.